Meditation and mindfulness, they're valuable tools that help you be more present in the moment. But why is being present so important? Well, because your mind is rarely in the present moment. It's usually jumping back and forth between the future and the past, worrying about the things that you need to do, the things that are coming up. Maybe your next work review, maybe the speech you need to give, or that difficult talk you need to have with your spouse, or worrying about how you're going to get your kids to school on time. Or your mind is in the past, worrying about and ruminating on the things you should have done, or the things you wish you'd said. Maybe in that difficult talk with your spouse, you didn't express yourself properly. You didn't say what you really meant. So later on, you're thinking about it and ruminating on what you should have said. Or in that speech that you gave, or your work review. Or you're beating yourself up for not getting up and going to that yoga class or the gym this morning when you knew it would be good for you. So whether your mind is in the future or in the past, it creates this constant stream of thoughts and emotions running through your mind, which create and facilitate and fuel stress, anxiety, overwhelm, frustration, and a general sense of being unsettled. Now, it might start with a simple thought. That thought triggers an emotional response, and those emotions trigger more thoughts. More thoughts trigger more intense emotions. More intense emotions trigger more thoughts. Thoughts triggering emotions, emotions triggering thoughts, in a vicious cycle that goes on and on and on. But you can break this cycle. And the key to breaking this vicious cycle of thoughts and emotions is bringing your awareness into the present moment. When you're present in the moment, your mind becomes quiet, peaceful, and clear. And as a result, your body lets go. It lets go of the tension created by your busy mind, and it can actually start to relax. Now, this is important for two significant reasons. The first one is you. When you can let go of worrying about the future, ruminating on the past, the stories and the dramas that continually fill your mind, they drop. And there is this inner quiet and simplicity. Life becomes simple. And this might seem like a foreign concept to you if you've never had an experience of quiet. But when you do learn to quiet your mind and become present in the moment, and you can learn, then your life is naturally filled with a greater sense of peace, clarity, connection, and fulfillment. A fulfillment that comes from inside. Now, this is great, right? But let's think even bigger. So, when you're present, it means you're present for others. There's a deeper sense of connection between you and the people you interact with. And that sense of peace in you will impact the people you interact with. So for this, let's use an example from your own life experience. So recall a time when you were interacting with someone and they were not present with you. Now, the reason why they were not present or distracted doesn't matter. We're not trying to judge or label them in any way. This is just about understanding how that made you feel. So when we interact with someone and we can feel their mind is elsewhere, it doesn't feel good, does it? It can even hurt a little in here, or maybe a lot. It's like your heart closes. Now, by contrast, when we're interacting with someone and they are present with us, we can feel them listening. It feels good, right? Something in our heart responds. It opens because we can feel a greater sense of depth through that connection. And it doesn't even matter what the conversation is about. It could be something as simple as, "Hi, how are you?" but said with care and meaning. We respond to this. There's a sense of depth that carries regardless of whether that conversation is considered deep. And that depth comes from connection, when we feel connected. But feeling connected comes when we're present in the moment. So when you're present in the moment, you not only bring a sense of peace into your own life, but you also bring it into the lives of the people you interact with. You know how good it feels to receive that. So now you can do that. Now remember, if we want to create a more peaceful and connected world, it starts with each one of us, inside. And so when you're present, you will help make humanity a little more connected. So I invite you to see how present you can be with the people you interact with all of the people you interact with. Your family, your friends, workmates, strangers. When you're checking out at the grocery store, if you're going to interact with someone, be present. Take this as a practice or a challenge to be present with the people you interact with. And just notice if your natural tendency is to be a little disconnected, to not be present. Don't judge it in any way. Just notice. And then see what you can do to be a little more present with them. Maybe just listening. Now, if you want more tips on how to make meditation and mindfulness work in your life, you can visit peacekeeperproject.com or hit the subscribe button here and be notified when I release new videos on meditation and mindfulness. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. And let's make the world a little more peaceful and connected.